Hi there. If you don't know me, my name is Victoria, and I am in my 40s, early 40s, millennial, and I have been wanting to start a vlog for a very long time. I've had a very rich life, and I wanted to share it with everyone, but um, I've been stalling and been scared for a very long time to do it, and I didn't even know what I would talk about. But I figure like my life is just, to me, it's quite interesting. So why not just share whatever I'm doing, however it shows up online? So, about me, I am living in Canada. I previously lived in Okinawa, Japan. So, a lot of my stories is going to come from there. And I've also lived in various parts of the world, traveled a lot. For about 10, 15 years, I just traveled. So that was just my existence. I was out of Canada for a long time. Um, and I've had wild experiences. So a lot of what I need to remember is the hope of the world, because right now, like, I am an advocate. I work at drop-in centers. I am connected and networked with a lot of mental health communities, which is great because it's all about healing, and it's also facing the hardest parts of our human existence, which is the depth of the pain that we each feel. And some of us have deeper wounds than others. And there is a lot of entitlement out there. And anyway, that's another story. What I want to talk about is that I have been in a really dark place for the last few weeks, few years. Uh, yeah, it's been dark, and it's been getting darker, and it's hard for me to have hope and see the light. And so today, like, I've been praying about this, and then I wrote in my journal like how frustrated and upset I was. And then tonight I went to the CNE. I was with my family for a while, enjoying family time stuff, but then I was like, okay, after they left, I'm here by myself. What is the message? What can I do? What's going on? So then what did I do? What was the first thing I did? I got a massage. I got a massage because I was just so exhausted, and like, physically I'm like tense, and like, when you're tense and when you have just done a lot of running around and everything, it wears out everything inside. So I had gotten a Thai massage there that was affordable, and then I um, went to a couple exhibits, which one of them was really fascinating. It was talking about it was called Mythos, and it was sharing about some of the creation stories. So there is the Indigenous Canadian creation story of the Sky Woman, and it went through all of that. The person who's storytelling is a great grandmother from Six Nations, so I highly recommend checking that out. But there was that one. There was about China's zodiac, and then there was another one that, oh, I wish I wrote it down. A Nigerian creation story as well, and so I went through that, and it was really just, it was an interactive display. And what I found was amazing was just watching the people interact with this interaction. Like, the floor changed and shifted once the kids were playing on it. So I was just watching the kids just become fascinated with it. And then once the kids left, the adults jumped on and they were playing on it, and they were being childlike. It was fun, it was innocent, it was just like coming back to that sweetness. And then the walls were interactive as well, where that, like, if people walked near it, then the raindrops would shift, or like whatever the pieces of display. So I was watching as like people were just running around the place, just feeling joy and feeling silly, and like it was so sweet to watch. And yeah, so I got immersed into that for a while. And then I went out to this black hole experience. And oh, so the Mythos was free. It was in the what center is it? It's with like all the marketplace and the dog show and everything. The dog show was really cute too. Um, so yeah, that was all there. And it was late, so like it was just before closing, so I didn't get a chance to watch the full uh creation stories from Nigeria or from China. I'm really, really exhausted, tired right now, but I just have to share the story. I just have to like get it out of me. Um, it's 1:20 right now. Um, like a couple hours past my bedtime. I'm usually not out this late, not anymore. But so there was that, and then after that, I went to this thing called the Black Hole, which that one I had to pay, and they guided us into this dark place, and then it was they were saying it was kind of like going through the black hole. At the beginning, there is like a creation story about space and stars and billions of years that it took to create us. And it was very fascinating. And everyone in the room was coupled up. And then it was myself. So I was the 11th person. And that was a little bit awkward because I kept being around couples. And then I'm by myself at this event. And like, even though it's great to be around the couples in my life, yeah, it's just gonna feel a little bit weird. So I was sitting there in the beanbag, just like relaxing, and as I was watching the black hole experience, um, it felt like ayahuasca again. You know, like I've done ayahuasca. I've searched for healing a lot in my life, so much. I have so much experience with that, and I do hope to share a lot of these experiences. But anyway, back to the black hole. Yeah, so it was just like seeing the geometric shapes again, and seeing the colors and the brightness, and I was like praying, okay, ayahuasca, if you're still inside of me, which they do say that like once you drink the tea, she's a part of you, she's healing you, she's always there to guide and heal the spirit. And so I was like, okay, just show me whatever. And I just kind of, yeah, like watched it and left. And then while I go to the CNE, while I'm out doing life, and especially after church, I'm not thinking about how much pain I'm in. And I'm in a extreme amount of pain, like physically, emotionally, spiritually, like all of me right now is completely shattered. But I don't speak like it. I am. And I don't show it because I'm very high masking, and I've been through a lot of therapy, but I am living in a space where I don't get to take off these masks. I have to add on more survival. That's it, you know, that we talk about unmasking a lot and being authentic and everything, which I think that I am being as authentic as I can be without like, because I want to be that happy, positive person. So I'm going to keep working towards it on the exterior until the interior catches up. But today, somebody saw through these masks. So I walk into, after the black hole, I walked into the tarot card space, and I have been baptized recently. And my pastor was like, well, you know, to be baptized means that you're going to just be leaning to Jesus and leaning on God in the Bible, and you'll have to give up this tarot and this different spiritual experience. And at the time I was like, okay, but as time has gone on, like, that was such a huge part of me too. I can't deny that part. I can't deny the fact that spirit speaks to me in different ways than what is the norm. But I also do absolutely follow Jesus. But I'm a follower of Jesus. I'm not like um, the way that I experience God and church is a very different kind of way. Um, so anyway, um, yes, I know that there's a lot of religions out there, and beliefs out there that don't believe in these cards and different types of spirituality, but I am also from a different culture, and I come from like uh, very complex spiritual and religious practices, like um, ancestrally as well. So that we do a lot of channeling uh, in our religion and culture in Okinawa. And it's interesting because when cultures that are Christian are channeling, they call it like the Holy Spirit is coming into us. And we do the same thing in the same way, but we have to interpret what the message is. And that is also a part of healing spiritually, is that we're trying to interpret these messages that God is giving to us, and we might not know what that message is, and we might need someone to help us to interpret that. So yeah, that's my call for defense of what is coming out of this. But the big thing is what came out of this. So regardless of whether I'm it's but this belief of calling on the demons and devils, but like, I've been working with energy for a long time, and I've been working with this practice for a long time. So um I'll share a lot more about that later on too. This is my first video. So I sat down and I was like, oh, I'm in transition mode. Like, this has happened in my life, that's happened in my life, and like, I don't know where I'm gonna be. Like, do I stay in Canada? Do I go? Like, what's next? And she was like, okay, slow down, slow down. What are your 3 questions? You have to be very specific of what you want. And I was like, I don't know. Should I stay in Canada? That's the most specific question that I could ask. And she was like, well, she flips over the cards and she's like, well, I'll tell you what I see. I'm seeing that you are in a very negative place, and that like your life has fallen apart over and over and over again. And even though like you tried to build something, or you're trying to move forward, it just keeps crashing down, and things keep falling apart. And it's not a fault of your own, but it's a lot of stuff that's coming at you. And it just keeps coming, and the more that it keeps coming, the more negativity that you're taking on. Like, you just have so much negativity around you. Your whole aura, like, basically saying, I can't remember the exact words, but she's basically saying that like my whole aura is just negativity right now. And I agree. But like, because I put on so many masks, and I am like busy and getting out there and doing my stuff at church, and overthinking and everything, when I'm out in public, I am on. So I'm not thinking about how much pain I'm in. And I had forgotten in the moment how much pain I was in, but I was trying to articulate the fact that I was in pain, and like, what do I do? So I found it very fascinating that like her first thing was like, you're just a ball of negative. And um basically said that. I can't remember the exact words, but like, she kept saying over and over again, you are negative energy. You have so much negative energy. There's just negative things that keep happening, and it's not going to stop. So I'm like, oh shit. She's like, you gotta clean this. You've gotta like work on this. And And then she was like, okay, so that's your first question. Oh my gosh, I just realized it's like Genie. Three wishes, three questions. Okay. Anyway, so the second question was, what's the message? Is there a message? What's the message? Because in our culture, especially with my mom, so much about my mom would always say that when spirits and ghosts want to talk to you, they're going to make you sick and they're going to bring you down. They're going to bring the lowest part into you. So I am in my lowest part. I am like sick. I'm in pain. I'm shattering, right? And this woman flips the cards and then says, oh, I just got a battery warning. And then she says, so again, you have so much negativity around you. There's so much like negative energy. And a lot of this is originating, like, this has been happening for 2 years. Oh, this has been happening actually for 4 years, 3, 4 years, maybe 5 years. And I see this woman, this older woman who's like very connected to you and attached to you. And she's like, that whole experience is just bringing this negativity. And it's, you just have to clean, you just have to work on it. Then she went into her sales pitch of like, what needs to be done can't be done, and like this CNE 2-minute session, you have to come meet me afterwards. And then it was like, okay, like my immediate thing was, um my immediate thing was, oh, she's a salesperson, she's a fake, she's this. Even though like what she was saying was very accurate to me, my still immediate reaction is like, oh, this is fraud, oh, this is like skepticism. And then there was a third question. I can't remember the third question at all. It was, all I remember is like, the third question, the answer was very short, but what I do remember is the fact that all the cards were water cards. And my mentor had taught me that like when you see images, interpret the images. And um oh, I need to speak to her again. So interpret the images, but like it doesn't need to be pinpointed. It just like, what is the overall like kind of feeling and vibe that you get. So I've got a mosquito bite. So I am seeing these four cards of just water. That's all I can kind of focus on for a second. And then she's like, yeah, here's my card. Give me a call. Like, my name is blah, blah, blah. And uh, we can work this out. So I'm like, okay, sure. Just take the card, walk away. And she's like, oh, you're skeptical. You're this. There's parts of you that don't believe this, but like, um, you really need to cleanse this negativity out of you. Like, this is really stopping your life, and it's intense. And it is. It was like, I was feeling like I was ready to exit this world. And actually, a couple things. Just before I went to the CNE, I was listening to Mark Manson break down like a whole bunch of books that he read and like picking up the biggest point. And one of them was David Goggins' book. And he had said that at 40%, our brains will think that it's time to give up and will want to stop. But we actually have 60% more left. So when you get to that point of like, I can't do this anymore, you could push yourself that much more, 60% more. I don't know if those percentages are applicable to everyone, but then it really stuck in my head. And that maybe I'm at my 40% because I was ready. I'm ready. Like, I'm in really deep dark places. And she was just that whole, you need to cleanse your negativity, and you need help with getting it cleansed. So first thing I did was read the different ways of cleaning that negativity out. Um, and like there's so many blogs about doing that. So anyway, 20 minutes later, follow my journey as I work towards um, cleaning out this negativity and transforming my life to something that is intentional, spiritual, and life changing. Change my life so that it's a life changing experience. Um, One of the things that I had read, and Mark Manson had mentioned too, like just do the thing, just do it. And my thing that I have been wanting to do for years, which I felt that like Pachamama, I feel like um Gaia, Mother Earth, whatever the name might be, spirit, this spirit, I have been feeling this call to be making videos, and I am so petrified of it because I see like all these hate comments, and I'm a political person too, so I know that I'm going to get like all this pushback, and like I see death threats out there, and I already have my nervous system um on high alert. So like to get all of these other potentials is just so scary. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to be putting videos out, and I'm just going to like talk about my day cuz I think that was interesting. I hope that that's interesting for you, but that was interesting for me that like I was in this horrible place for these last couple of weeks, and I put it in my journal. I'm like, I give up. I'm done. This is going to be my last day, and I was hoping that like maybe family or like seeing friends or like something from that was going to be the thing. And then it turned out that like I didn't really want to be there alone, but like I had to be there alone. So I went back in there to the CNE alone and just had these experiences. And now I feel like I want to transform my life. And this morning I was thinking like I don't know how to. I don't know how to transform. How do you transform your life, especially when you've transformed it so much, so much, so much that you're just exhausted now. Um so speaking of exhaustion, I don't know how to end videos. I don't know how to start videos. I don't know how to do this whole thing. But thank you for watching my video. If you like it, please subscribe, please click like, because those will encourage me to make another video, and I have no idea if any human being is watching this video. But if you are, come with me on my journey. Yeah.